Yeah. We back at it. This week is about the line between criticism and framing and who gets turned into the story before the story even starts. We got Angel Reese, Drake betting slip energy, Trae being Trae, Ross talking loyalty, and the DMV closing it out the right way. Let's get into it. The Baseline Podcast.
First of all, we live.
Yeah. DMV, you know what time it is. None other than the Baseline Podcast presented by TheEvrydywknd. I am your host, as always, Capo, feeling good, feeling great. To the left of me, as always, is none other than my brother and young Mitchell we trust. What's good, Brody?
What's good? How you living?
I'm sensational, man. I've been in the lab working on our show format and things, and I'm tired, but we gonna give these people a sensational show.
Yeah, you look like you took yourself very serious today.
I did. I have a collar on my shirt. You know what I mean?
And it's tucked in.
No, it's not tucked in. Don't do that. Don't put that smut on my name. That shirt is out. Listen, I'm not one of them. But listen, who is becoming one of them is Angel Reese, man. It's been a rough, realistically, I'd say a rough go of it over the last few weeks, but it's been a rough go of it for her in the WNBA. And I'm not talking about her plan, I'm talking about her treatment. So we're going to start with Angel Reese. There was a game recently where a coach was suspended for her comments around Angel. And I want to play what the coach said. Now, I'm going to play the audio. You'll see the video. The audio's not the clearest, but I'll make sure everyone knows what was said.
Yeah, because this is the hot mic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So let's get into it.
As she rolled over.
Sandy Brondello pleads her case. Carl Smesko has walked over closer to the officials. Meanwhile, there is theater.
Angel Reese was referred to as a protected species by the opposing coach. I think this is an interesting case, right? Because obviously it's a hot mic, right? So we've seen this in the NBA, we've seen this in the NFL, where sideline conversation obviously gets a little spicy, or private conversation, I'll even say. But what's interesting is that there's a black woman involved, and referring to black people, specifically black women, as anything less than parallel with their contemporaries becomes a problem. And I've never heard the term protected species around any Caucasian player, specifically coming from a Caucasian coach, right? And so you pair that with, there was an article from Fox which pointed out that she got injured in that game, but also wanted to point to her abysmal stat line. But if you got injured and you didn't play the whole game, is that a fair comparison, right? Mm-hmm. And so on last week we spoke about Caitlin Clark and her slights in the WNBA, or her on paper slights in the WNBA, becoming a congressional hearing. And now we're seeing a black woman who's the opposite side of the coin, right? She's the opposite side of the debate and the storyline that has made the WNBA the most popular it's ever been. And she's being referred to by Fox News and coaches as a protected species and basically a liability on the court, while having arguably a better season than her arch nemesis, Caitlin Clark. I bring this to you because you watch a lot more WNBA than I do. Mm-hmm. I don't need to watch the game to be offended by this statement. Do you think I'm taking it out of context?
I wouldn't say you're taking it out of context. I do. Well, I don't understand, but I see why the coach said that. Because when she refers to her as a protected species, meaning that she gets the benefit of the whistle, right? Mm-hmm. It's not referring to her as a person, right? Mm-hmm. But you still can't say that, right? Just because your intentions weren't to come off as racist doesn't mean that it doesn't come off as racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think it's a wild thing for her to say,
Yeah.
especially just like all the tension around the WNBA in the first place right now. Like,
Yeah.
it's wild, like, to even say that. And you said she got suspended 1 game.
Yeah.
Okay, I can live with that.
The coach got suspended 1 game. She gave a decent apology. I won't call it lackluster, but I won't call it stellar. She said that wasn't her intent. My thing is, as someone with that level of media access, I would think you have some media training, specifically when you're a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
If we not letting class act slide no more for describing a black player that actually, like, plays the game with integrity, stays inside the rules, isn't too, whatever, and we find that to be offensive, then I absolutely find calling her, a protected species offensive, because women are offended by female, which is derivative of how we describe animals. That's the whole beef there.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're accepting that basic premise that women would prefer not to be called female because female could apply to animals, right? Then we can't call them species, because we've already decided that women don't want to be called anything related to animals.
Correct.
Even though humans could be argued are animals, or at least mammals.
Definitely mammals.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think there's 2 things going on here, right? There's obviously the race war that's being framed around Caitlyn and Angel. I don't think that they have a racial beef. I think they have a player beef. And I don't even think that their beef is as strong as we want it to be. I think they're competitors.
Mm-hmm.
But when we get to the point where it's clear how these headlines are being framed to villainize Angel Reese for being injured, to call her a species, I think that's something to be said. I think there's an argument to be had that we've got to figure out a way, specifically in women's basketball, because other women's sports have been around for long enough where there's been some leveling that I don't see here. Like, we had Serena and Venus killing everybody in tennis for a long time. So now the commentating and the headlines have shifted. But I remember when there was a time when their headlines looked like this, and their treatment looked like this, and their opposing news conferences looked like this. So now we need to figure out how to usher that into the W, right? Obviously, there's more players involved. There's more moving parts involved. But there has to be a standard set. And I'm not saying it needs to be set specifically for black women, but it needs to be set uniformly across the line, and it needs to be held. This is ridiculous. I don't think that she needs to be called, like, when I was doing my research for this topic, the conversation around the coach's comments and the conversation of her around her play in that particular game and getting injured were being paralleled, as if the coach's comments were okay because she got injured and didn't play to her full potential while injured. That doesn't make any sense to me. We're not going to put them 2 headlines side by side. We're not going to make it out like any injured player wouldn't be expected to perform at a lower level. And don't get me wrong, we've seen injured players, whether sick or actual physical injury, excel beyond what we thought they could do with that injury.
Correct.
But that's not the norm. That's not the median. That can't be. So we cannot continue to allow the narrative in these media outlets to frame things this way. But it was Fox News. So what do you expect?
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I do agree with you that there needs to be better coverage of the W.
Yeah.
And not necessarily from like the sporting platforms like ESPN and like media outlets like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see better coverage from non-sports media, like you said, Fox News and like
Or us.
yeah, or just like anybody outside of that, because it's such a like one, they only talk about it when it's either Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese, which
Facts.
I don't really care for it. It's kind of that whole rivalry is kind of played out to me.
It's not that big of a rivalry at this point.
Yeah, because
It hasn't like it didn't carry the way Bird Magic did, right? Where it was like their collegiate thing led right into their NBA thing, and they were like Magic and Bird left college as the most dominant players and were within 2 to 3 years the most dominant players in the NBA. That's not what's happening here. Angel Reese, realistically, whether y'all want to say it or not, as a WNBA player, has shown more growth than I can say Caitlin Clark has.
Oh, without a doubt. Caitlin Clark,
She putting the work in.
Caitlin Clark still can't dribble.
Nah, she's a shooter for sure.
And she's a liability on defense. And all she does is complain. She leads the league in turnovers.
That sounds about right.
And this is like statistically, this is her worst season. Like she can't.
Do you think the things that come with being the white face of this league are wearing on her?
I think so.
Okay.
But the thing is, this was her game in college too, but she just made more threes.
Well, I mean, I think there's something to be said for like she was a big fish in a small pond, and now she's a big fish in a big pond, maybe a small lake.
Yeah.
So maybe she's not the biggest predator out there anymore. You know what I mean? And maybe some of her weaknesses are being exploited by professionals.
Yeah.
Which is what happens. Most players on any sport, they'll have a good rookie season if they're really that, right? But that sophomore and junior season is where the development happens that leads to the legacy.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm not writing her off because she's too phenomenal of a shooter. And this really ain't about her. It's more about how Angel Reese is being treated. Because on the one hand, we continue to platform Caitlin while she hasn't really excelled in the W. She hasn't like died. She hasn't, you know what I'm saying, like nosedived. But there hasn't been any like uptick in her numbers.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas Angel Reese is performing at a higher level in most categories than she did her rookie season.
She's improved every year.
Some would say, and there's a lot of categories we could say she's improved this year.
Yeah, she's improved every year.
That's what I'm saying. So we got to keep the conversation on basketball first. I get all of these storylines, but let's move the storylines to the second or third beat, right? Let's make sure we get what these women are doing on the court accomplished first. And I think the sudden uptick in care about women's basketball specifically as these two young ladies came out of college into the WNBA, we may have moved the dial a little too far the other way. We gotta course correct, and we still need some statistics and some real information being disseminated. And then if y'all want to pepper in the bullshit to keep the league at the top of the feed, then so be it.
Yeah. Also, I think maybe this might be too harsh, but I think the W needs a new commissioner.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big statement. I like it. Talk about it.
Yeah, because the commissioner, she doesn't do enough. Like, it's like the little things. Like, she was supposed to go on Dan Patrick's show for an interview, right?
Okay.
And it was funny because she talked well, he talked about it, how like he essentially stood her up, like, so yeah, I'll be there, had them wait around for 2 hours and never showed, right? Crazy. And then
Daniel.
and it was at a golf event, right? So it's like I think it's the Champions Tour. Yeah.
Okay.
The senior PGA, where they have like all these athletes and entertainers come out and they play in the tournament like a pro-am. So it was that event, and she was playing. She was playing in that event.
Okay.
And so she was there.
And he dubbed her.
And then this dubbed him. And it was wild because
she dubbed him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
They were waiting around for 2 hours
for her to show up.
Yeah, and she never did. And then like on most issues with the W, she's like silent. Like I don't even know how she sounds like, because I never heard her talk. Like it's just like. And then with all the harassment her players get, you would think she would come out and say something. Nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy, bro. Like, you have to show up for that. Like, not that we need to talk to David Stern or commissioners like regularly, right?
Yeah.
And I don't even know that. Then I forgot Adam Silver. Yeah. I was like, I'm drawing a blank on the current commissioner's name.
But it's just like, yeah, I don't want to hear from Adam Silver every day, but it's just like quarterly at least he's on somebody's program.
Yeah, two to 4 times a year. Yeah, speak up.
Getting asked the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, at least maybe twice during your season.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We don't need like weekly commentary.
Yeah,
you have work to do. We get that.
Don't be like Aaron Rodgers and go on Pat McAfee every day. But,
yeah, no, don't do that.
But like, yeah, we would like to hear from the commissioner.
Hey, don't forget, we still. Well, I ain't gonna say we, but this is still Aaron Rodgers hate broadcast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just in case y'all forgot. Something I know y'all didn't forget is the Drake curse. Drake bets on sports, and y'all say that every team he bets on loses. All right, and I was with y'all. Right, I was on board. Drake bet on Argentina in the World Cup final against Spain. Right? And everybody said, oh, shit, Argentina's going to lose. And I guess at this point, we all know Argentina did lose. So I was like, that's fair. But if we're going to put this on Drake, as much as, I don't necessarily like the way he moves and like music selectively, let's be honest, right? So I went and did some research on his bets and his record. And it turns out that there is a website called thedrakecurse.com.
People have too much time.
And they're keeping a running ledger of Drake's bets and does he win, right? So obviously we know on July 19th, he bet on Argentina to win over Spain in the World Cup final. He bet 1.5 million. He lost. Okay. According to this website, again, drakecurse.com, Drake has lost 3.06 million all time from his public sporting bets. But if we're being honest, he's bet 88 bets, wagering 40.22 million, and his return was 37.17 million. He's won 32 out of 88 bets, losing 56 times. This gives him a strike rate of 38.4. His average bet size is almost 460,000. Now, the interesting statement here is Drake has lost 7.2 million betting since Kendrick Lamar released Euphoria on April 30th, 2024. So we're 3 years and some change from there. No, 2022 2 years and some change from there. Excuse me. And he's lost almost $7.5 million. So he may be on a downswing. But what I won't say is that there's a Drake curse. I think there's a Drake curse in big games, like championships. Like he doesn't do well in Super Bowls, NBA Finals, and fucking apparently World Cup Finals.
Yeah.
Apparently he knows nothing about soccer because that's his biggest loss. He's negative 3.1. But he knows a little bit about UFC because he's up. No, I'm sorry. He bets most on UFC. I won't say that he's up on UFC. His most profitable is cricket, which is not even a mil. So these stats put a lot in perspective. Number one,
the fuck is he betting on cricket for?
I don't know that there because he's got a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know that Drake is cursed. I won't say that anymore. It's not like, remember the 2K curse? Not the 2K curse. The
Madden curse.
The Madden curse. You on that Madden cover, you gonna blow an ACL immediately. We're not seeing that frequency. If we're looking at it over a 10-year period, which is how you would look at a stock, right? You would look at a stock over a 10-year period and you would say, what did it do over 10? Not over 10 months. Mm-hmm. So I would never bet the Drake line, but he's not the biggest loser out there. He's winning almost 40% of the time.
Yeah, that's a good rate.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
And so I know most people would say, Drake, he fucked it up again. He bet and they lost. I don't think your observations are totally substantiated. So I wanted this to be a funny segment when I started writing it. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just here at, You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I think sometimes we get so salacious and so caught up in the headlines and shit that, like, not us, but like people, the community, the culture, where we start to think because something's a funny meme or headline that it's the truth. And this is not the truth. Yeah. Is he an overall winner? No. But how many sports bettors are? Not many. So I'm not going to hold the nigga that real job is to make sure we're jamming after the loss in the club. He's doing that job well.
Yeah.
So, I got to give him some respect. But, like, would you bet a Drake line?
It depends.
On what?
On how I feel about the actual bet. I'm not just blindly following Drake.
Okay, fair. Do you think that we as a community and a culture would prefer to see Drake lose and therefore only remember his losses in betting, in sports betting?
Yeah. Well, I would say most people, we're going to make fun of him and call him a winner. So, like, no. Like, so it's low-hanging fruit. So, of course, for it to be even a headline and for a nigga to have a website dedicated to this is insane, right? Because go outside, go touch some grass. Like,
yeah, I do think people need to touch grass.
Yeah.
Get some vitamin D.
Yeah, some fresh air. Like, just do something
for you. Cause maybe not right now because we still got residual smoke.
Yeah.
From Canada.
These damn Canadians, man.
So it's technically Drake's fault.
Yeah.
All right, now we're back.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're back hating Drake. Sensational. So look, I'm going to say I'm at the minimum 50-50 on the Drake curse. I think, a lot of people are leaning into a Drake curse theme because they don't really have anything to say about soccer or football.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch the final game, did you? The final match?
I watched a little bit of it.
Why soccer think they special? Y'all get out there in jerseys with referees and a ball and y'all think it's a match. It's a game.
Gotta call the field a pitch.
No. Okay, better question. What else is a match?
Boxing, tennis. Golf is no. They have matches in golf too. If it's
1-on-1?
If it's 1-on-1. So yeah, it's pretty much 1-on-1 sports are matches.
That's what I was going to say. I'm okay with it being called a match if it's 1-on-1. I don't like that, but soccer's older than me, so I'm gonna let them cook. But I don't like it.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me. It's confusing. It's not the word I want to use right there. Y'all, 90 minutes with teams and referees. That's a game.
I do like watching soccer though.
Like chess is a match.
Yeah, 1-on-1.
Anything in martial arts is a match. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta do better. I don't know. That's not the point of this. But the point that I want to make next is we, as in me and you, and a few other homies, have been very excited about the prospects of the Wizards season this year. The most disappointing thing that I have seen since the Trae and AD trades is this. It's goddamn Trae Young attempting to tear a jersey at the Fanatics event. Let's get it.
Brunson jersey.
What are we doing with Trae?
Is he going to rip this asunder?
Are you going to step on it?
Is he going to rip this asunder? He's ripping it asunder. He's ripping it asunder.
Here's the problem.
He can't get through it.
He can't do it.
He can't do it.
You step on it.
He doesn't have good leverage.
Yeah.
Kind of scared a little
The
bit.
thing is, if you know you're doing this ahead of time, you have to cut.
You got to pre-rip it.
You gotta pre-
All right. So I was very excited about this season until Trae Young walked out holding a Jalen Brunson, the reigning NBA champion and finals MVP, jersey. He walked out. The crowd goes crazy. He attempts, and I say attempt for a reason, to rip the jersey in half. He tried at the neckline. He tried at the shoulder line. He tried at the other shoulder line. He tried at the other neckline. What he got was no progress, turned around and walked away. I hate it. I hate it, bro. Why every time we try to have a moment, it don't go right? Like, the jersey did not budge.
Yeah.
Why did nobody snip that bitch for him to start it? You think they wasn't doing that for Hulk Hogan? I'm not saying he wasn't strong enough, but they was starting him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Because
But
that top line is meant to not be torn. That's why it's there. So start it.
yeah, that was hard to watch. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that aside because this has no actual impact on his basketball ability. And we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen.
Well, so here's my thing. For those that don't know, there's been a Trae Young New York Knicks beef. Since, didn't he do, he did something on the logo.
He took a bow.
Yes, that's what it was. Took a bow on the Knicks logo in New York.
In the playoff series.
Yes. So there's already smoke.
He said when you put on a show, you take a bow at the end. I thought that's what they did in Broadway.
And I'm not mad at him, right? But now the show must go on. This is an encore performance. And you failed, bro. And I don't know that he wouldn't have had that jersey pre-started for him in Atlanta.
Yeah, because wasn't the Fanatics Fest in New York?
Yes.
Yeah. It was sabotaged.
You think he was sabotaged?
Yeah. Sabotaged.
I just didn't like the way it looked with the level of excitement I already had around Wizards basketball loading. Like we're what, 2 months away?
Yeah.
Maybe 3. Probably. No. 2. I think we're like 45 days from NFL football.
Yeah.
Maybe 30.
Because we got August, September. Basketball's back in October.
Yeah. So preseason's about to start for football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How you feeling about your Giants this season? Just sidebar question.
I'm a Jets fan, but
That's true. I'm sorry. Wrong New York fan.
I think it will be all right. I think it'll be like 500.
Okay. I don't like that answer at all.
I mean, well, I know my team.
That's fair. Since we already talking about beef, loyalty, and perceptions, let's get right to it. Ross was on the JBP. He had some things to say about Drake mainly, but there was some other things said about
What's that guy's name?
MMG, Queen's Flip. I'm gonna play you this clip. I find it interesting, not in a negative way, right? I've been there way, right? There's plenty of niggas that you know that I've done business with that at a time was looked at as brothers. And we did great business together. We did some successful things. And then decisions were made. And it's not that anymore. At the same time, for me, tearing you down means tearing down the work we did together. And I think that work was impactful.
Mm-hmm.
So do we need to do that? Do we need to be this nasty? Do we need to be this messy publicly? We can certainly have a conversation. Nigga, if you want to brawl, we can brawl. But do we need to do it publicly? I feel like that's the sentiment that I'm getting from I'm getting from Ross. Like, nigga, if you want to beef, we can beef, but it don't have to be outside. It don't have to be on Front Street, right? We did some beautiful things together. Let's celebrate that beauty. Let's continue to uplift that beauty. Let's continue to hold that beauty on a pedestal. But it doesn't have to align or bring down what we got going on now. Like, you can just go do you well and I can go do me well. And those things can continue to strengthen the pedestal that the things that we did together sit on. But we don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's what Ross is saying. Now, the juxtaposition is that fake, which is what they was asking him, right? Is it fake for you to have what was considered a brotherhood with someone and now not be in that?
No, I don't think so. Because if you find out new information, you're allowed to change your mind.
Facts.
So, whatever happened that broke up said brotherhood, if it's justifiable, yeah. I don't see why not.
Do you think most beefs are bred from the onset, or do you think it's the verbiage used and the explanations on both sides thereafter that really spawn the friction? You know what I'm saying? So
Explain that a little better.
let's say I say something in an interview, right, about you, just because that makes it cute. I say something about you. I say, hey man, you know, when we put the pods together, Tim don't really bring no topics but mid-Monday, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
Not a shot, but it's true, right? And you know it's true. But then the internet get a hold of it. And now the internet is like shitting on you to the point where now you feel a way about what the internet said, not about what I said. So now you're shooting back based on how niggas is gassing you up to shoot back on a fact. You like, do you never send topics? That's not true. But often, outside of mid-Monday, not often. Right? These are not shots. These are realities. I'm comfortable with our operating system. This is fine.
Yeah.
But the internet will make you feel a way about what you was comfortable with.
Fortunately, I don't let the internet dictate how I move.
Fair.
But okay, now your explanation, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I can see how that being the case for a good portion of like beefs and stuff, because now you embarrass me in front of people.
But I think for me, it'd always be like, well, why are you embarrassed by reality? Because people know it?
Yeah, I don't get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because like, we weren't having a problem about that.
I think we're... So I don't know. It's just weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it is weird. It is weird. But it's like, all right. One, you got Ross, like, speaking on like what it felt like for me was like Ross is speaking about a coworker, not his Cody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we often make rappers that rap together co-defendants, and they're not. Like, I don't have to agree with much you do for us to make a quality product, a good song.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because, like, it's not a lot of industries where you could make something epic and never actually be in the same room with this person.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of them where I could never sit in a room with you and if me and you had writers and teams and producers and all that, we could make a great song and never sit together during it.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those cases. And I'm not saying that they never sat together because obviously there's plenty of photography of them together, but I think we often think that when we hear a verse from two people on the same song that they're like super cool and it's just work.
Yeah. I think people do forget that, especially with like music, basically all of our entertainment things, right?
Yeah.
Like literally I was in our golf group chat and somebody's like, yeah, my man was like, yeah, how do you just walk away from golf like that? You were making all these millions. I was like, bro, it's a job at the end of the day. If you're not happy and you're not producing, you're going to find something else to do.
You were making millions at golf?
No. We're talking about a specific professional golfer.
Oh.
If I was making millions in golf.
I was about to say, because we should have a conversation offline.
Yeah. If I was making
that
millions
includes
in golf.
my fist.
Yeah.
I'm beating your ass if you walked away from millions of dollars to go do what you do for a living now. I'm not going to say it on air. But
Yeah.
we'd have to fight. I'd be like, son, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
We could at least be doing this in a penthouse.
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't about you. Got
No,
it.
hell no.
Heard. That was traumatizing. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna lie. If I was good enough to make millions at golf, we probably would never bet, honestly.
Nah, nigga, I'm eclectic. I might have ran into you golfing poorly. And that might have been the end. Like, hey, brother, you're looking sad. Let me help you. And then got you.
Mm.
Yeah. Young nigga, you look like you got some money. What you do? And then we start talking. We outside. Yeah. We outside with it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like I'm not a fan of shitting on the work you've done with others because y'all had a beef later. Like, was the work epic? Because if it was, then so be it. Like, you can, like, because your resume is still standing on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's okay. And there's plenty of people that I've done some amazing things with that I don't necessarily do business with now, but I don't go out of my way to shit on what they're doing now or them as a person.
Yeah, that's like a perfect case and example.
Please don't say no names associated with me because I don't feel like.
No.
Thank you.
But remember when we went to the Spitter show
Yeah.
and he brought up Black Cobain?
Yeah.
Black Cobain, 3 of the songs he did, 2 of them had Wale verses on them.
Yeah.
Those songs came out 10 years ago, at least, because I was in college.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. Until you said Black Cobain, nothing about you pivoting to that particular concert made me feel safe.
Yeah, I wasn't going to.
I thought you were going
No, that's
a
crazy.
different direction.
I would never do that.
You know what? I don't care
Mm-hmm.
because I'd have jumped out the window with you because it's deserved. But cool. It's not necessarily for the pod audience. The podience.
But yeah, no, it was just like, but it's like that. Like, yes, there might be beef, but you still did great work together.
So the last thing I heard in this was like, there was an additional conversation that I'm not going to play about Wale, Meek Mill, and the MMG thing. And he left that door open. And I would love to hear that again because there was a special, and it's not duality because it's 3 of them, but there was a thing that happened when you got Ross, Meek, and Wale on a song. Like, Ross is giving the biggest boss kind of player, kind of pimping. Meek is giving street nigga, screaming at you. And then Wale was the most articulate poet, introspective guy that kind of tied it all together. And those songs really worked well. Mm-hmm. So I'd still be down for Self-Made. What is that? Well, that would be 2, right? Or 3?
I think it's 4.
Nah, hell nah. Hell nah. Prove it. I don't believe you. Ain't no way it's been 4 Self-Mades.
No, the next one will be the 4th one.
Okay, let's see. Do your Googles. I don't believe you. I don't think so, son.
Self-Made volume. Okay, so it's 2.
Yeah, so this will be the 3rd one.
Yeah,
okay. That's digestible. I thought there was 2. With that being said, bro, I think it's time we should get into Submit Monday. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
All right, let me play some drops and shit.
First of all, we live.
Now, Young Mitchell sent me this project earlier today, told me to listen to it. And what I will say is, in honesty, I didn't get through the whole project.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, what I did hear, did I enjoy. Project Pat and his brother, Juicy J. This project is called Them Goats. Before we get started, I want to play a little something.
It ain't gonna never be the same now. Pull them things out. You hit the button, you a body glutton. Blew some brains out. Slid up on them in the highway.
There's just something about when Memphis niggas get on the beat like this.
This ain't juvenile. Ain't no getting out. On probation, pull the death move.
First of all,
So you
we
got
live.
a dead situation. You gon' reap what you sow are. Pay what you owe are. Caught him in the peephole. Bullets through the door are. Project got that flow are. That everybody want a minute. Memphis, man, we so authentic. Live this life, it's not a gimmick. Spent that bread up at the Lennox. Johnny Dang, that's the dentist. Realer cake, got some real estate. Money from the tennis. Made repentance. Had to go to God, let him change me. Before them feds get me in they web.
Nah, anything in that realm, I'm on board. Listen, the shit thumping, these niggas get on the beat and ride it into the sunset like a black stallion. And that's important. These niggas stomp on the beat religiously. And they don't give up to the verses over. Like there's no lulls in the cadences and flows. And that shit is incredible. So I'm gonna let you cook, but I just wanted to say, God damn it, these niggas. Cause I got to track 8. I got to track 8. Yeah, I got the 8.
That's actually my favorite song on the project.
The John Anderson Pop?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to play that?
Yeah, but not this moment, but
play me some pick.
Okay.
Yeah, so this project, it dropped 2 weeks ago, actually.
Ooh, I'm late.
20 tracks.
Yes, sir.
59 minutes, 42 seconds.
That's safe.
Yeah.
It's track wise is just outside, but length wise is just inside.
I think a few of these are skits. Like not skits, interludes. Right?
Yeah,
is that the right word?
Depends on who you're talking to in the era.
Okay.
But all of the above apply.
Okay.
Oh, they have Rahiem on here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta hear that. I ain't get that far.
Yeah. So
Killer Mike on this joint? Oh, Carbo.
Yeah. So other features are that Mexican OT, Anderson Paak, Hugh. How do you say his name?
Rahiem
Khan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Killer Mike, Anthony Q, Caribou, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Lecrae, and Kenneth Whaler. Is that Whalum?
Whalum, yeah.
Yeah.
You can read. I see you.
It ran out of space. I got the ellipses.
Oh, it was truncated.
Yeah. There we go. That's the word, truncated. But this is a really good project. I enjoyed it. I like seeing our artists mature in their song topics as well and still rap well. Because the production sound like typical Juicy J and Project Pat.
It does, but to your point, like, I'm listening to the project, I'm listening to subject matter, and I'm like, this is mature-er, but the production hasn't changed, the delivery hasn't changed, and that's what I'm enjoying about this.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just
like,
looking.
when I hear Juicy J rap, it sounds like he's stomping the beat like this.
Yeah. But like
just consistently stomping a mud hole in the beat.
Yeah, but also you gotta think about it like this. Juicy J is 51 years old.
How old is Project Pat? And who's the older brother?
Let's see.
Project Pat. He gave us a bunch of Pat.
53.
So he's the big brother.
Yeah. I don't want to hear.
Can we talk about how crazy it is that Pat is the big bro?
Yeah.
Because most of us would think Juicy J is the big bro just off of his success, his goatness, like what Project Pat has done. Most of us would assume he's the big brother, and he taught it to Project Pat. But when you know that they're big brothers and Pat is older, you realize that Juicy J perfected what Project Pat was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But another thing is too, right? I don't want to hear 50-year-old niggas rap about the subject matter they did when they were 20.
No, not at all. Not at fucking all. No.
So I'm glad we give them the space to
grow,
allow them to mature their subject matter while still rapping at a pretty good level.
Hell
Not
yeah.
even pretty good. They were rapping at a high level.
They were rapping their ass off.
Yeah. So I enjoyed the project. Yeah, so let's play the Anderson song.
All right, let's get into it. This is Wasting Time featuring Anderson .Paak off the Juicy J and Project Pat project.
Project Pat.
It's called Them Goats. Let's get right to it.
Play me some Pippin, man.
You can't be sitting around wasting time. Yeah. You need to go and get some money. Yeah. You can't be sitting around wasting time. No. Get off your ass and get some money. Yeah. You can't be sitting around wasting time. Yeah. You need to go and get some money. Yeah. You can't be sitting around wasting time. Yeah. Get off your ass and get some money.
A nightmare coming to a sleeper. It's cheaper to keep her if she halfway on her hustle and she listen. I'm a leader, born leader. Used to think small like a bottom beater. Now Memphis in the darkness, lurking with the heater. Peter Piper used to be the swiper. Coulda lost my life. Them tried to rob, but they got the ups. Now I knows wiper mama in that black dress, thanking God for no stress. My cup runneth over, so you know a real one gon' bless. Jumping in the streets, end up in a early coffin. Pockets blow like the bomb. I pay Tyson offerings. Your pockets are crumbling. Curse with a curse. Out here chasing a relationship with the purse. Come first.
You can't be sitting around wasting time. No. You need to go and get some money. Yeah. You can't be sitting around wasting time. No, no. Get off your ass and get some money. Yeah. You can't be sitting around wasting time. No, no. You need to go and get some money. Yeah. You can't be sitting around wasting time. Get off your ass and get some money.
Get off your ass. That money don't wait for nobody, so go out and get you some. Me and my nigga gon' get this bread and ain't gon' leave no crumbs. Ain't finna leave no scraps. Nigga better go get a sack. I'm always gon' find that money. I ain't never need no map. I got mouths to feed, my people count on me. I can't be loafing. Think I made this money to give it all to you? Fuck you smoking. I sweat blood, sweat and tears in this shit. Years in this shit. Lost so many peers in this bitch. Still ain't finna quit. Still not giving no nigga no handout. Ain't got nothing for you. Play with me, it's gon' be a man down. What you saying now? The bitch ain't bout her ends. I gotta call that bitch a lift. I get cake every day, nigga. Not just April 5th. That's my birthday.
First of all, we live.
That's my birthday.
If you had some money,
You can go and get your money, man.
you could buy me something
You can't
for my
be
birthday.
sitting waste no time.
Bitch ass
You gotta
nigga.
rap. You gotta rap.
You can't be sitting around wasting time. No, you need to go and get some money. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Juicy J, Project Pat, Anderson Pop. That track is called Wasting Time off the project Dem Goats. It's good shit, bro.
Yeah, really good
I
project.
like this project. It feel like it's warm outside.
Yeah, I think you're really gonna like the song with Killer Mike too.
Oh, I like Killer Mike. Killer Mike be rapping his ass off.
Yeah, as far as ratings, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, it was really, I really enjoyed it, and like I said, the last few albums Juicy J has dropped, they've been really good. Like
he been all over the spectrum.
Yeah, that jazz album still in rotation. Like
I gotta push play on that.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'll probably do that this weekend, cooking breakfast with the missus or something. That sounds like a good time. With that being said, man, I think there's only one last thing to do, and that's DMV Heat Check. With that being said, I'm gonna go with some.
First of all, we live.
Some Rahiem Supreme that you sent me. This project is called Style and Grace. It is done in coalition with Doe Networks and Indie Caviar. I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the intro track. Aliens invented DSPs.
Sunlight to the moonlight, you feel it, everybody.
Rahiem, what up?
Moonlight, you feel it, everybody. Sunlight, moonlight, you feel it, everybody. Everybody, moonlight, you feel it, everybody. Stumble through the front row, 700. Guy was a goal. 2 series for joke time, followed by drones. We getting old. Bend corners on turnpikes, vagina, Monaco rooftop slide, some pump iron. Chase around a fire skate, bro, kept a blade. Louis Brim Beamer was beige. That John Blade shit. 45 days late on the payment, made arrangements. Nickel plated south side, skated out of town. Heard that murder was the case go down. St. Bernard rock while I holla flushing drugs where the dookie go down. Pounce like a cat when it go round. Fakes putting on that act, ask why he do that. Till death do us part like marriage. Can't obey the law like barbarian. Prepare study practice in jam rooms. Club ass shakers at bar stools. Horsehair, she acting so rude with it. Nervous from peer pressure. If it don't sit right, we won't feel special. I wish we take it back to the 80s. Niggas acting real lazy around here. You know, wait, it's crazy. Sunlight, moonlight, you feel it, everybody. Sunlight, moonlight, you feel it, everybody. Sunlight.
Yes, sir. A little bit of DMV vibes for y'all, man. Look, we got pimps, players, dealers, wheelers, and all that up and through the DMV. Y'all gotta quit playing like we only do politics here. We do a lot. And please believe we got hoopers and footballers.
And baseballers.
I don't know about that, but I believe you.
James Wood from the Nats, he's from here.
Yeah. He should change his last name. I'm not about to refer to him like that.
What?
James Wood?
Yeah.
Ain't no S on it?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
He
Change the whole lineage.
He an all-star.
Yeah, he need an S.
Nah.
So it feel like golf clubs.
But you know what his nickname is that people are starting to call him on social media?
I feel like I'm not gonna like it.
Jimmy Trees.
All right, let's move on.
I like it. I think that's cool.
Yes, sir. So this has been the BASSLINE podcast episode for this week. We had Angel Reese giving us a little bit of framing debate about, race versus your statistics. Drake gave us some betting memes. Trae Young gave us the villain arc for the show. And Rick Ross gave us some loyalty talk. And then we closed things out with a good bit of DMV talk, right? We talked Rahiem Supreme, and we talked a mid-Monday selection that obviously will resonate through the area because Anderson .Paak is definitely got a huge fan base here in the DMV. We'll be back next week. I'm not sure if we're recording. We're definitely not recording on Monday. Probably not Tuesday. We'll shoot for Wednesday, but I'll let you guys know. Because Young Mitchell's out of town, I'm out of town, so we got to get back in town at the same time to do this thing. We don't really like doing Zoom pods. That's not our bag.
Yeah, I'm not working on vacation. So.
Yeah, nah, it's a bag. With that being said, do you have anything else for the people, Young Mitchell?
The pack party's back.
I did see that. And I've been sent DMs because it is time for our annual pack party interview.
Yeah.
And I have lots of questions because they lied to us in our face.
Yeah.
So now, all right, here's the thing. When they get here, we have to fight them because they lied, right? But we should focus on Cluse first because that's a lot of man.
See, but here's the problem that you're going to run into.
Neon shoot people.
Neon mucks it up. Neon mucks it up.
Neon scrappy. He going for loose balls and shit.
Bro.
Pause.
Bro, the way that he mucks up our games of 33 is insane.
Oh, he one of them.
Yeah.
He gets you with a tip in for no reason, and at a game that started over and shit.
Bro, he's just a dirty player.
Yeah, that I feel like. You know what? I can see that because he come from a long line of scrappy little niggas.
But he's not even little.
He's not tall. Like, in what world is Neon tall?
He's not little though.
Oh, okay. Now that's a different shot. I'm not taking at him. With that being said, man, we gonna get the fuck up out of here, man. It's been a sensational episode. We actually did this one in a reasonable amount of time, which is always appropriate. Young Mitchell, as we do it this time, wait a minute, don't do it yet, because I ain't ready.
Okay, yeah. And also, shout out India Sean. That was a really good concert.
Oh, yeah, you licked her neck, didn't you?
Whoa.
No? Okay, that's what I was told. The internet told me
the internet told
that you slithered down her neck.
Nah,
okay.
I didn't do that.
So what did you do?
I enjoyed the concert.
Did you meet her?
Yeah, I did take a selfie with her.
What she smell like?
She smelled good.
But good is vague.
Yeah.
What she smell like? Like, after smelling her, if she was with it, what decisions would you have made?
I was on board.
Say more. Listen, I ain't doing that to them. I ain't doing that to Young Mitchell, man. We out here. This has been the BASSLINE Podcast episode. I think it's 299. We about to get the fuck. We'll see y'all next week. Young Mitchell, as we do it this time every week, can you tell them people what to do?
Close them doors.
You know it.
That door's closing.
Why you want to be like this? I thought it was clear where we stand. You want to make an issue?
Pick your poison or just pick your weapon. I'm online and I'm playing Tekken. Forever counting money, forever I count my blessings. Home team stamp, always gotta rep my section.
First of all, we live.